Beast and Blazingpasta trying to slay.
Yeah, both these players are very high up in their respective PRs. And, I think actually they're both ranked in Philly at the same time, right?
Yeah, I think Beast is 4 or 5, and Pasta's 3, and then Juice is 2, and Enzo's 1.
Yeah, Enzo really, I mean, he's always been good, but at least for me, I kind of feel like he popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, he came alive in the Philly scene a lot later than like Juice or Beast or those guys were, and Pasta was a total secret until SmashCon.
Yeah. Tri-State's best kept secret.
Yeah.
Really putting on a show right now. Speaking of Tri-State's best kept secret.
Yeah.
Love the Parrot and the Bear, but it's just so safe that like even with Beast's experience and like great reactions, he just wasn't able to get the punish.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it with Adamus, and we saw it with... No, we didn't see it in the last episode. Peach versus Heavies. Like, sometimes you just eat so much damage, and it's hard to get all of your momentum back. Especially when you suddenly have throws that kill a lot more consistently on a stage like Town. But Razor Leaf to Fair gonna be a true confirm, not gonna kill quite yet, and it's gonna leave him open for a 46% combo, but gets out of it with the Pokemon Switch.
Okay, dude, just straight up, just completely evening out the game, just from like one great, one well DI'd move into a huge punish. I'm like, yeah, but speaking of huge punishes right now, Blazingpasta really put him through the ring of both those fairs, put on a huge percent back down to a 40% deficit. That's the thing, is like these heavyweights, they all have that similar problem of having a hard time like landing, and Blazingpasta does not let, even like characters like Falco can land for free.
Jeez, like some of these like DP moves that are coming out from Beast are just like they're so something. Like just you're gonna chase after me off stage, I'm gonna flare blitz. You're gonna try and catch me low while I'll double jump and dare you. Like he's finding ways to get kills off of Pasta's just the smallest of overextensions from Pasta.
Mm-hmm. And like overconfidence, like he'll be in disadvantage, and a lot of smart players are like, okay, knowing that he's a smart player, he's gonna do whatever he can to be as safe as possible, get back to ledge. But Beast is he's a radical man. He lives his own life. Sometimes he just kind of does something that might be ill-advised, but since he's so on top of like how his opponent's edge guarding him, he's able to flip the turn the tables really well.
He's definitely turning these tables around and going for a super hard read on the roll in. Ends up avoiding the get-up attack with Charizard's little lunge. Still, the percent lead is in Pasta's favor. All he has to do is not neutral tech, instead floating out with a backer. Great quick judgment from Pasta. I don't know how many games I've seen won from Beast when he's at a 50 or 100% deficit, and he just manages to land falling Nair Flare Blitz.
Oh yeah, that's the Beast classic. It's like, oh, I'm losing? How about no?
Yeah, like, how about, what if you just didn't tech in? Shoutouts to J Grunt.
Mm-hmm. And he was doing so. I actually remember that set. I think I was on the mic for that one. He was doing so well. Missed a tech, didn't tech roll in. Well, as Great Hangman would always say, we'll be seeing you.
Yeah. There was a Xeno set where it was the story of every game where neutral he would just get beat up, so much damage, and then like, oh, end of the game, I'm looking for two things: back throw, back air, or Nair Flare Blitz. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of worked.
I mean, yeah, that's essentially the reason why I joke that he's Bowser with a sword, because like they both kind of get messed up and disadvantaged, but like they're so heavy, they just don't die, and they find one hit, die, you explode.
Yeah, it's like Ajax said, it's the tax for playing a heavy.
Yeah.
This is just what you signed up to do.
Wow, speaking of signing up for things, he definitely was not expecting that down smash to kind of clip him on the drop down. Really putting him in a precarious position, but able to get out with only 80% on the board. Very good stuff from Blazingpasta. Really on top of his disadvantage state right now.
Getting these turnip extensions going, trying to go turbo, but ends up getting clipped by the falling Marin. But getting back on aggressively is Pasta. A reset to neutral, but is he dead? No, he's not. Okay.
Yeah, still living. That does have quite a good snap.
Immediately switching right out of Squirtle, choosing to go Ivysaur and Charizard only, which makes sense given how punishing Peach can be. I'm not gonna want to stay with Squirtle. Instead, outrange and out damage Peach.
Yeah, that's something I've seen Beast start to do is like starting to use that weak side B. The fact that it actually sends away, and since people are going like it sends verticals, and because people are always DIing it away, expecting it to be the sweet spot, it actually starts setting up like for like at the very least a strong mix up in forward smash off of weak side B. So very good adaptation coming out from Beast, but yeah, Blazingpasta's really doing a phenomenal job of chasing it down. Like at every misstep, he's on top of him for 30-40%.
Some of these hard reads are not as ideal, but instead just going for an up B right in the middle of that combo. All right, Charizard F tilt, man.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
It will.
It shares pretty much an animation from back here, pretty similar. You know, makes sense that it had similar power as well. And
second hit, falling out of multi-hit sucks.
Yeah, it's so crucial right now for Blazingpasta to set the ledge, but he just got so panicky, and like that's the thing is because like Zard has a decent vault, like a pretty good vault speed. On top of that third jump, you're just constantly scared of what if I get mixed up, Tomahawk grabbed into forward throw, which forward throw kills, or what if I just straight up get back here, and you're just constantly guessing, and like if you mistime anything, he's coming out swinging, and you're gonna kiss your behind goodbye.
Oof. Especially since holding shield isn't really an option against all of that corner pressure due to Charizard having a forward throw that can potentially kill relatively early. So really stuck between a rock and a hard place and chose the rock.
Yeah, and sadly that rock's name was not Dwayne.
No, it was not the man. It was in fact just a rock.
Oh my gosh! Do you remember that that scene from the Simpsons movie where he's on the wrecking ball and he's literally stuck between a rock and a hard place?
I do recall that scene.
That's all I'm thinking of right now is just Blazingpasta just being pendulum between two bad scenarios.
Yeah, maybe it was better just to get into game 3, just hold it, take the L, saying, all right, I'm gonna get my stage, I'm gonna get my mojo back. Start this game off strong, and it can lead to a whole different story.
I mean, this game is so important for counter pick advantage because this is like Beast's chance to reset the counter pick game. Because like losing that game 1, putting him in bad position. Because now we're back to Blazingpasta's pick of Town City. So it's really gonna be up to him to like continue this phenomenal play at just like calling out Blazingpasta when he least expects it.
I thought we were in Town and City for game 2 as well. Like, regardless,
Maybe.
You're completely correct. Like, you don't want to let Peach just go wherever she wants. But you also can't get too overzealous with it either, as the out DI almost leading to Beast's stock. Yeah,
Right? They pretty much just whiff side Bs. Both those moves scarily strong in their own right.
Pasta using his zone to get out of that dangerous situation, but you can't be jumping off of the ledge for that ledge hop. You will always get beaten by that F2, and that fair is in a leave give its own when it comes to just sheer power and ability.
Yeah. And unlike Bear, where like you pretty much have to kind of like set up the Bear, is that Bear has a lot more, like a lot easier of a use case. So like what you trade in power, you just get a quick good hitbox, just kind of swat people away, just straight up outright kill them. I mean, that backdoor bagger putting in so much percent. It's a second one.
Speaking of outright kill them, that I'm not sure would be doing any killing right there. Pasta was just floating very calmly back to center.
Yeah, taking a page out of the brawl cinematic, just kind of floating onto Midnight's ship, just like, oh hey, is tea ready?
No, stop fighting. It's time for tea, and it's not time for your death yet. Get up attack. No, he rolls.
I love the roll get up because every time he's been either jump get upping or neutral get upping, and just Beast has been like has been punishing every time with forward tilt. So by using your opponent's own knowledge of like having such a solid coverage move for an option, to bait out that option and pick a lot harder of an option to get around the edge guard.
Oh, gets a Stitch. Not a Stitch, jeez. It gets a Saturn. That's twice now.
Yeah. This is like really, really nerve-wracking for Beast because like it just takes shield like out of the equation. And since it deals set stun, you get pretty much like more or less the same combos out of like Saturn toss at any percent.
If the Saturn's no longer here, and instead Beast has crawled his way to an even game and even a slight advantage at one point.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, when I see crazy moves like that, it just gives me a little bit of reaction.
Man, whiffing that grab was so well. I mean, we saw the results of it. Beast saw that grab come, saw the cross-up tomahawk coming, and said, "Nope, no, not today. Get right out of here." Ooh,
and
man.
as we're saying earlier, is that like now he has counter pick advantage going into game 5. So like even if Blazingpasta is able to take this game forward, he's at the mercy of his bans going into that next match.
Yeah, pretty much. But largely, the games have been on Town and City almost every time. So perhaps we're just gonna be here. This is just where we live now. Welcome home.
And it's just under house arrest, in the town and city.
Yeah, Peach is making Charizard some tea, welcoming this poor old not dragon home.
There you go, buddy. Third time's the charm.
With some of this bread and butter. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we all get a little tongue-tied occasionally, but what's not tied up right now is this percent, because he is not letting Blazingpasta like run away with the deficit. Right.
So that's quite quickly.
Yeah, great call on that nair. We've been seeing a lot of nairs like that coming out in this match in particular from Beast, knowing that like Peach does have a little bit of startup. And how decent of a disjoint nair is. He's doing such a great job at abusing like Peach's weaknesses and her game plan.
I'm sorry to not riff on that, but can we talk about how smart that setup was to get the F smash on the side platform, just dashing back and forth in such a tiny space. Big plays like that kind of have to be made when you're at a deficit.
All right, great use of the double nair. Maybe another one. Put it on a little combo menu. The Wendy's 3 for 3. You gotta have it.
Yeah, served hot and fresh at the ready. Okay, just an air dodge up and a little bit of a drift to kind of throw Pasta off. Man, these falling up airs are really safe and really clutch.
Missing that tech, though, completely turns his advantage into disadvantage. He takes it just from a little down B. The little man coming out, sending him back to the blast zone.
Trying to catch him with these dash back F smashes, though, but with plenty of stage to work with, Pasta is not going to fall for any of those.
Yeah. So, great use of Original Leaf to force that low recovery. but doesn't quite get the ledge trap off that, and that's something being down a complete stock versus a punishing catcher like Peach is you need to make every advantage state count.
Sniping the landing with the
double up air, all the way across the sky.
Nah, not far enough though. It's raining Charizard back airs this time.
Hallelujah, as PT mains would say.
Trying to keep Charizard in the corner. You don't want to let Beast back on center stage. Not have to worry about any of these.
Oh, Dot Eyes. A little heads up from the Hunk Station that does 12% when it hits you, so gotta watch out for that.
Seems like Beast was ready for it too as he ducked right under it. And
He's going high with these up Bs and like, well, I guess he's at a percent where he doesn't have to worry about dying the next hit. But the thing about Charizard is there's not just the next hit.
He didn't have a jump at that point. He really just wanted to get to center stage and find a way to reset.
Yeah. And without float, you don't have the essentially third jump to mix up with.
That shield's looking low, but runs right back to center. That doesn't kill.
Yeah, Beast right now.
There it is.
And just runs in the same way he did last time and gets punished. Literally just a carbon cut of not even like 12 seconds before.
Sir, can we get a live rewind? You got it.
Yeah, very consistent. Blazingpasta just consistently playing his game plan and just, okay, you want to do this option, so let me just do the safest, smartest punish I can think of, and it worked both times. It's like just sometimes like when someone's running it down, just the safest, consistent punish might be just the right answer, even if it's not the strongest thing you can do. Which, luckily for him, that was the strongest thing he could probably do in that scenario.
Yeah, just all Pasta really needed to do in that situation was keep stuffing Beast, and the kill would come eventually. And like it or not, if you're Beast, we've got ourselves a game 5.
And back onto Town City, which this has really been the stage. Oh my gosh, he's just
died.
That stock. He's like, nope, this is my city.
Oh my god, that was nuts.
He pulled a winky face. He pulled a winky face right off the bat and said, "Oh, I know what I'm going for," and then killed him.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay. That's what separates the good peaches from the great peaches.
Yeah. The great peaches decide when you die.
It's like the Drake and Josh. I do not control the speed at which you die. The lobsters die. Well, Peach definitely controls the speed at which you die. They're good enough.
Like it didn't even stop any. The loss of stock didn't stop the train from rolling. 129 to 37 and a stock down.
Yeah, and already very, very close to taking another stock. Very lucky that he got the weak forward air, because they did kind of change the way forward air works. So the weak forward air, not as strong as it used to be, but still potent enough. I love the up air read. Because, like, so many people just don't want to get back there and don't want to get, like, back here. And just great awareness knowing that, like, alright, yeah, he's at 179. Pretty much, like, just sneezing on him. The common cold would kill him.
It mix up the DI, too.
Yeah?
Even if he wasn't just at absurdly high percent, as you mentioned.
Yeah. Wow, what a punish right now. He is just... This is a momentum unseen of this entire set.
What a game 5 this has been. Just a total rewind of everything that the set had been. He still isn't dead.
Man refuses to die. More at 11. One dash just taking it. Because, like, Beast just wanted any way to break up the momentum, but, like, there's only so much you could do against an avalanche.
Stopping the bleeding is one thing, but it's like you're trying to stop. It's like you're trying to stop an avalanche.
Yeah.
Your best, just getting out of the way, and get out of the way. Beast will as he falls into loser's bracket.